Ghislaine Maxwell, you all know the name. And despite the best efforts of our crack, or at least crack-addicted mainstream media, we all know the case to which she's attached, that of one very deceased, very dead Jeffrey Epstein. Well, recently a lawyer from Maxwell stated in a letter to a federal judge that she, Maxwell, would no longer object to the identities of 8 John Doe's secret. These were brought up in a 2015 civil lawsuit against Maxwell by Virginia Guffrey, who was the accuser of Prince Andrew, if you'll recall. So now we're left with the somewhat disturbing question of how long before the old Clinton body count starts to rise. Now, you may recall that a while back I did a whole investigative special on the Jeffrey Epstein case and story with my then producer Candice, the Queen of the Ethiopians. And if you don't recall that, you need to go back and watch it because it's worth your while. We delved pretty deep into the whole case, including much of what little has been known about Ghislaine Maxwell. When she was finally caught, she clammed up pretty quickly about the number of people who had been involved in the case, and because of the mainstream media has avoided this like the plague, ironically choosing mostly to talk about the plague. Let me just state clearly for the record what we're talking about when we say John Doe's. We're talking about 8 men who allegedly had sex with underage girls. I call that rape based on their association with Maxwell and Epstein. I say allegedly for legal reasons. I think we can all agree to the necessity of a little legal jargon here. On the other hand, they probably did it. So now here we are, and it seems like the giant Jenga tower is only 1 or 2 blocks from it all coming tumbling down. What's going to happen? Maxwell has thus far managed to avoid slipping on a banana peel and falling onto a well-placed railroad spike, but the year is young. Honestly, I think it's possible that the only reason she's still alive at all is that it would strain credulity just past the point of breaking if she were to wind up dead in her cell from having been suicided. But on the other hand, the people who have an interest in making sure that no more information comes to light than already has have to do something, right? I mean, every John that she's about to name is a potential witness against the other Johns. And that ain't good if you, for example, rode around in Epstein's plane a couple dozen times and dismissed your Secret Service detail when you did it. Just for an example, I don't have anyone specific in mind. Well, yes, I do. The Clintons might not even be the most dangerous people floating around in this increasingly hot water. You have to imagine that there are a fair number of dudes who find themselves sweating a lot more these days than they used to. That's what happens when stuff like this hangs over your head. So I'm a fan of letting the wheels of justice turn how they will. I believe in a system whereby we all have the right to a trial with a jury of our peers, and I wouldn't deny Ghislaine Maxwell or even Jeffrey Epstein that. But, and tell me if you don't feel the same way, there is a little part of me that would really like to have someone take her in a room with some thumb screws and a waterboarding table and maybe get the answers a wee bit quicker than they're presently doing it. After all, you just never know when a person's not going to kill themselves. Anyway, look, if she's guilty of 5 of 6 counts, right? And she is. She was guilty of 5 of 6 counts. This is not a victimless crime, and this is not the victims that had perpetrators. Somebody did it. She sold underage girls, children, to someone. Someone bought them. Someone paid for them. Someone used them. Someone raped them. Let's name the names. I was walking. I want to bring back Amy, what's her face of the Fact Pack there on the live chat. She messaged me the other day, and she's so right. Sometimes I say things on social media in a nicer way than I mean. She was right. We need to bring back public shaming. We really do.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to our channel so you'll be sure to see similar videos from Blaze TV with the added bonus of signaling YouTube that your voice and opinion still matters. And if you're looking for more great conservative content, check out one of the 2 videos suggested here. And let's go, Brandon.